It is assumed by many that all successful dentists are similar and lead similar lifestyles. But in interactions with them, we have realized that is not true. Each and every successful dentist is unique, whether it is their perspective to life or their personalities. So, we have decided to start a series known as Behind the Dentist, in which we will try and uncover the person behind the face mask. In today's Behind the Dentist series, we have with us Dr. Akash Akinwar. I'm Dr. Satish Kumar. This is Kaizen Dental. Our aim here is to help dentists succeed. Dr. Akash Akinwar completed his master's in periodontics and implant dentistry from Government Dental College and Hospital, and since then he's been completely immersed in private practice with his focus on periodontics, oral surgery, and implant dentistry. He's completed more than 102 implant workshops and trained and mentored more than 1,000 dentists in implant dentistry. He has published more than 50 articles in all national, international, and other journals. He's won awards such as Outstanding Dentist of the Year and Implantologist of the Year from Tantent Awards. He is a passionate macro photographer, snake rescuer, and an adventurist. He immerses himself in various activities such as scuba diving, skydiving, forest walks, trekking, and wildlife photography. He has many macro and wildlife publications in national and international photography magazines like Savers, Lonely Planet, and others. His macro images have been exhibited in various reputed exhibitions by DCP and Mid-Earth. First of all, welcome Dr. Akash sir. You have been an inspiration to a lot of us young dentists. Why, when we started a new session known as Behind the Dentist, you're the first name who came in mind is because you're very versatile. You just do not
Thank
do
you.
dentistry, you have photography, you have traveling, a bit of cooking in there. So thank you for taking out time and joining us, sir.
Thank you.
So my first question to you, sir, is uh,
Yeah.
was dentistry your first choice or was it your last resort?
Okay. So Satish, first of all, thank you very much for having me here. And let me tell you, it's a wonderful session. A lot of people are going to get a lot of motivational, inspiring points from these sessions, and it will help a lot. A lot of people, means a lot of dentists all around. And about your first question, let me tell you very frankly that neither dentistry was my first choice nor the last resort. You can say I just dropped in dentistry. My first choice was to join Indian Army. I
Oh,
was very much adventurous from the childhood, and it was my dream to join Indian Army as a soldier or at least as an officer, and the last choice by family pressure was to become MBBS doctor, and I could not secure that much marks, and I got BDS seat. But believe me, in first year I wanted to quit dentistry. I
okay.
called my parents, I don't want to do dentistry, there is nothing thrilling here. That is what I felt in first year in anatomy class, and they put me in hostel, and my seniors started dragging me, and I started enjoying dentistry. And because of my seniors and their ragging and all the fun that we had in hostel, I started enjoying dentistry, and then I decided let's do something in this field. And today I'm really thankful that I am still doing dentistry, because dentistry is a wonderful branch. I'm really enjoying dentistry.
But sir, there might be phases in your life, maybe after you finished your BDS, like how you had in first year,
Yeah,
or maybe
right.
once you finish your MDS, when you were about to
Yeah,
put your practice, there would be these
yeah.
stressful situations. You were like, oh my God, what will happen next? Will I survive? Kya hoga aage?
Uh,
Did you face those situations?
okay.
How did you react?
Satish, first of all, let me put up these points that I belong to a very normal middle class family without any doctor in our family. There was no background as such. Okay, and the financial support was very less. There were always financial crunches in BDS days as well as MDS days as well. Okay, and I had to struggle a lot to earn my bread and butter while doing my post graduation. I used to do oral surgery consultations while doing perio post-graduation. I used to visit almost 120 clinics. But I was never negative about life and my future, because I'm a very positive person and I always feel you have to keep working, stay happy, be surrounded with happy people, good people, positive people, and life will definitely take you at a good place. And that is what happened with me. So I was never worried about or stressed out. But yeah, there were some moments when you feel that what is going to happen with your career. In such moments, only thing I feel which is very important is just stick to the goal, stay tuned with your whatever protocol you are following or whatever you have decided for your future, and always believe that this time will pass. This is very important. When the time is bad, always stay positive and just hold that time, hold that moment. It will pass at one time and you will get a good sunlight or golden light in your life.
So what you used to do, how when you went through it, you used to sit and think the time will come good. But when
No,
you're
no.
in that,
I used to do a lot of positive reinforcements. I
okay,
believe in that. And many times now also, whenever we have, see, life is full of problems as well. Okay.
yes,
Problems as well as opportunities. So many times when I come across any problem, I just sit, discuss in detail about that problem with my, you can say, advisors, which includes my wife, my father-in-law, my parents, and my best friends. I always take different views, opinions, and I always try to find out some way which will take me out of that problem. And that is what I do. You should never, keep your problems with yourself only. That's the worst thing. Always share your problems with your loved ones.
understood. So basically, you're saying have a positive outlook, share it your
Yes.
problems, discuss, look at
Sharing
different
is very
perspectives.
important. Sharing is very important. If you do not share your problems, you may land up in depression as well. People have landed up in depression because they could not share their problems with anyone around them.
Understood. So having these well-wishers and strong support system makes a real good difference. That's really good advice you're
Really
giving
good.
out, sir, there.
Yeah.
But other than dentistry, there is another aspect of yours. For example,
Yeah.
photography. How did you
Yeah.
land up loving photography?
So when you ask me about photography or anything other than dentistry, let me tell you, I always feel that dentistry is not my life. Dentistry is a part of life. So life is such a huge sphere where I want to, tap each and every stone. And out of that, traveling and photography is my, just you can say, I can't live without traveling and photography. Both of them complement each other. So when I came to JDC Mumbai for post-graduation, I happened to meet a group of travelers, and I started joining their treks and adventures and tours. And along with them, we used to get a lot of, photographers, known photographers, expert photographers, and just looking at their camera and their way of doing photography. I was also, got motivated for doing some photo session, and I purchased a very small digital camera, and that is how I started my journey. And later on, I upgraded myself to DSLR and then all advanced lenses and all. And that is how I was, exposed to photography, the world of photography. And it was more, I was destined to become a photographer because you can say from childhood, I used to love traveling. And when you are a traveler, photography and traveling complement each other like no one, believe me. It's the best
Helps you
complementary
capture the
passion
memories.
that anyone can have. Yeah.
So, but you have a DSLR, you have all these fancy equipment. Then,
Yeah.
how did you start with mobile dental photography when the
Yeah.
entire world says DSLR for
Yeah. Yeah.
intraoral camera
Yeah.
photography?
See, almost 8, 10 years back, we used to have good smartphones, but that time, smartphone era was like in a developing stage. Smartphone technology was in a developing stage. And that time only I realized that future belongs to mobile camera. Believe me, most of the genres of photography will be covered by mobile camera in coming future. Just stay tuned with the time, you will come to know. And that time, I was pro in DSLR and digital camera technology. Then I realized why not to apply all those principles in mobile, because ultimately there is a camera. Let's try to apply it and try to document some dental cases. And I started doing that, and believe me, the result was not bad. So I realized that in coming future, whenever I get good cameras, good mobile cameras, I will take this documentation level to the next level, or maybe at par with DSLR in many ways. And that is how I started documenting with mobile camera. And I realized that it's very easy, quick, and a simple job when you have a mobile camera at your chair side. So it's very easy to document cases with mobile camera. And believe me, I have all kind of DSLR and lenses, flashes, and additional diffuser boxes and everything with me. But still, you ask me today, I'm most comfortable with mobile camera. It gives me amazing freedom to document my cases easily. And I could document almost, I can say not every case, but most of the cases that I am doing in implantology, oral surgery, or other fields like FMR and smile design. So that's
Understood.
why it has a, yeah,
So you're saying mobile dental photography is that ease, and eventually the mobile camera will reach the level of DSLR camera. But when you
100%.
started doing all this, you didn't face any backlash from people, the DSLR fans?
Actually, this is a beautiful question that you have asked me. Believe me, when I started taking MDP courses initially, courses were not meant to earn money basically. I genuinely wanted to spread the message of documentation, not even mobile camera, just documentation. And that time lot of so-called mentors who were teaching DSLR, they started making fun, and they used to talk a lot of bad things about me in front of their students, which is a bad thing. You should never speak bad things about anyone in front of any your students or someone who is coming to you for learning something. You should never say all that. But I used to get all that information from my students, that that guy is talking all that about you and all. I never said anything because it's a sheer wastage of time. Whenever someone is talking wrong or bad about you, you just ignore that person, and your complete focus should be on your work. I just started documenting my work, and I kept on documenting, and eventually people realized that, my God, this is a good documentation. Look at the case and overall workflow, storytelling through your documentation. People used to love that. And the people who used to train DSLR, they were doing that only. And by that time, in that time, I have documented maybe more than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 cases, which they will never able to show. So it's not good to have some jealousy race with someone, or that kind of negative feeling. It's better to focus on your own work and let your work speak. That's the best way.
Understood. So when you face backlash, you just let them be and you focus on what you
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do.
Even today,
That's
believe me,
good
even
advice.
today, I want to share one more point if you allow me.
Sure.
uh, I have a very good practice. I can say roaring practice in front of everyone. A lot of people know that. But I have no desire of expanding it to 2 clinic or 3 clinic. I can do that today. People will come. We have a very good reputation. We have very good communication with our patients. But I am not interested in that, because if I do that, most of the beautiful and precious time of my life will be totally exhausted in dentistry only. I want to enjoy life as well. So that is why I don't have any jealousy issues, racing with anybody, comparison with anybody. I just don't like all that factors. I just believe in living in your own world with your own friends and your people around. That's it.
Understood. Sir, when you spoke about you want to expand dentistry so that you have time for the rest of the things. But you are
Yes.
not just doing dentistry. You are teaching a
Yeah.
lot of courses. You
Yes.
are traveling the world. You are cooking a bit.
Yeah.
You are taking a lot
Yeah.
of photographs and traveling just
Yeah.
for doing photography. How do you
Yes.
manage
Yes.
this time?
So in all my courses, I always keep a separate session of how to balance life and dentistry. This is very important, because a lot of people think that dentistry is their life, which is not true. You might be passionate for dentistry. That doesn't mean you will stay in dentistry all the time. If I love swimming, that doesn't mean I will stay in swimming pool all time. I have to come out of the swimming pool. If I love singing, that doesn't mean 24 hours I will keep singing. So remember that your passion, if your dentistry is your passion, it's a great thing. But never forget that dentistry is not life. It's a part of life. It may give you name, fame, success, satisfaction, everything. But still, there are many things outside dentistry that we need to explore. And when it comes to, time management, believe me, somehow from childhood, I was very, very organized. And I believe you have to respect your and someone else's time as well. I have been doing consultations in Mumbai since last 17 years, and even today I visit a lot of clinics. I have never been late to any clinic. I follow time like anything. So when you ask me how I manage time, I dedicate that time for particular thing. Means I have to do dentistry from this time to this time. Rest of the time, maybe I want to cook food. I want to go for photography. I want to travel abroad or in India. I dedicate that time, and it's like patthar ki lakir. You cannot change it. And I give all my energy, focus, attention, money for that purpose. So there is no scope of changing. You will not believe till next 6-7 months, till almost July, August 2024, all my weekends are packed with my courses, my photography tours, my traveling abroad, and my other activities. I can show you my total schedule till August 2024. 12 to 7, 19 August, I will be in Masai Mara. Till that point, all my tours are organized.
Understood. So you
So we,
believe
we
in
respect
first
time.
making a calendar and scheduling your things so that
Yeah,
you stick to
schedule,
the schedule.
be organized, make a small goal. And me and my wife, what we do when we travel somewhere, like recently we have been to Indonesia, then Dubai, now we are going to Australia in April, and then Masai Mara. So whenever we travel somewhere, we always make a plan, or we make a goal that now in this tour, before this tour ends, our next two tours should be decided. As soon as
Wow.
we reach, our two tours are booked. So as soon as I came back from Dubai, Australia was booked, all my tickets, everything is done except visa. And by Jan Feb, I will book my Masai Mara. And maybe afterwards, we are planning Tokyo, Japan also, Japan too. So this is how
Understood.
we keep on planning. And that is our, the main purpose of living is traveling and dentistry. Enjoy life and enjoy dentistry.
So you told when you're traveling for a particular tour or something, you and your wife sit and decide the next two tours. Okay. So basically you're doing goal setting for travels, but you are
Yeah,
continuously growing in dentistry and in other spheres of life also. So how
yeah.
do you do goal setting and how do you decide what your goals have to be for let's say next 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years? Before you listen to the answer to that question, if you're liking this video, please do not forget to smash the like button below.
Yeah, there is something very important as a practitioner, one important quality to recognize future trends. What we do is we always try to, think or overthink what will happen in future. What is the future of dentistry? Where dentistry will go? And accordingly, we try to take decisions. Like I realized 1 year back that scanner is very important. Dentistry is going towards digital dentistry. So we decided that we need to buy a scanner within 1 year. We were searching and we were going through different scanners, and ultimately we finalized and we purchased a scanner. And believe me, since the day we purchased scanner, our entire clinic is 100% digital impression clinic. We have not taken a single physical impression for anything in our practice, neither for crowns and bridges nor for implants. Everything is digital now. So we set goal accordingly. Next thing is, I always take review meeting of staff. I take opinion from my chairside assistants, from my assisting doctor, from my consulting doctor, and other friends. We always try to assess where we are going. And in terms of growth means, I don't want to put 10 chairs, 15 chairs, 20 chairs. Most of my friends are having 25 chair clinic, 20 chair clinic. But whenever I meet them, they tell me, doctor, we have a huge setup and everything, but we are still jealous of your life. And that is what I have earned. Good jealousy of my friends who are, earning many fold and more. Even today, if I want, I can earn more. I can go to any level in dentistry. But I have realized very early that this life and this time is most precious. It will never come back. So better you enjoy this, and I am earning enough to enjoy my life and fulfill all my dreams through dentistry. And that is how we keep our goals smaller, not big goals. We always keep that. Last year, we used to have around 9,000 patients or families associated with our practice. Now, next year target is even we grow from 9,000 to 9,500. It's more than enough, because having 9 to 10,000 families associated with your clinic is like a big achievement. I think it's more than enough to fulfill all your desires and dreams of life. That much patient supporting your practice is a big deal, I think. So that is how then we also decide what are the things that we need to, remove from our practice. What are the bad things that we need to improve? What are the materials we need to replace with the better one? That is how we always keep review meeting. So review meeting has helped me a lot in my practice.
Understood. So you take support from all the people around and then help you
Yes,
set your goals
yes,
and then
yes.
slowly and steadily move towards them.
I will
Sir,
share one point here,
yes,
Sunil.
sir.
Sorry to interrupt you. Any good clinic or successful clinic, if you visit, you will observe that their chairside assistants are working there since long time.
Yes,
I
sir.
think they are the most strongest pillar. They are the soul of our practice. If you do not have good assistants, you cannot become a successful practitioner. I can say this on any platform. And you visit any clinic which has not grown enough in few years, you will find that they don't have assistants working since long time. They will have assistants who will come and then they will leave the job for 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. They will stay in clinic. Such clinics cannot grow. I am blessed to have assistants who are working with me since 9 years, 10 years, 12 years, 8 years. And because of them, I am growing. So they are my most strongest pillars. I give them a lot of security, lot of advances, medical claims, and I treat them like a team member. Work environment is very important in clinic. If you don't have good work environment where they don't realize that they are having a secure future with your practice, why will they stay with you? They will never stay. So they should feel that this is a secure job for me. It will take care of all my life problems, and this clinic will support me in all ups and downs, and they will stay with you. So assistants are most important part of practice.
Understood. Got that, sir. So you told me about your travels.
Yeah,
How has travels changed you? Is there any incident you remember from all your journeys which has changed your perspective towards life or how you look at life in a certain way?
I will tell you one very interesting story, a very small story. uh 11 years back, in 2010, 11, 12 years back, before my marriage, I had two options: to travel abroad for honeymoon, or to uh, do this marriage in a very grand way. So that time, because I was struggler, I used to have a very small amount of money with me. I was not earning enough. And me and my wife together decided that we'll do a court marriage, just throw a small reception and we'll go abroad. And that is how we started traveling. And that was, whenever I tell this story, if my wife is around, she will have wet eyes. She will start crying, because that was really struggling phase for us. But even in that phase, I decided to go for traveling, irrespective of not having enough money. And that is how we were, we were motivated, self-motivated for traveling. So that was the one incidence from our side. But if you ask me, I have been to almost 19 countries till date. And my target is 50 countries before I finish 50 years of age. Let's
Wow,
say
that's a
now.
good target.
Yeah, that's my target. If not before 50, by 60, I will definitely achieve it.
It's
So,
a
what we have learned a lot of things in each and every traveling. Means we have been to USA, we have been to Switzerland, Turkey, Thailand. We have been 4 times, Malaysia, Singapore, and whatnot. You just asked me, Mauritius, Maldives, Africa, Romania. So in every journey, we have learned not only one, we have learned many points, many factors, many things from people around us, from the overall experience of traveling, that has made us a wonderful human being. I must say, we are not into a race of earning more money. We are in a race of having better experiences in life. And I think that's the new way of living life, minimalistic life. You don't need to have Mercedes in your door. If you ask me, you want to buy Mercedes, I would say Mercedes comes for 30 lakh. I would prefer to travel 10 more countries. That is how I am interested in collecting more moments in my life.
got it.
So every journey has given us one or more lessons, and we have learned that properly, thoroughly, and we have implemented them in our practice also. When you travel abroad, when you come back to your country, you come back with a lot of energy. I know, your communication becomes better. You can, communicate well with your patients, and it gives a lot of positivity to your patients also. When you talk about your travelings, your tours, it's always interesting to talk about traveling.
Understood. So what would be your one advice to the young dentists who are watching this?
Okay, in all my lectures, I give this advice that please remember, you have to focus on dentistry. Dentistry is a beautiful field. It will surely give you name, fame, success. But just don't expect everything within a short period. For everything, you need to put some time, some energy, and have patience. And above all, most important, Do not worry about not having good family backup, financial backup, or a lot of support from people around you. Just stay focused on your goal, and remember that hard work can kill even talent. Even if you are not talented enough, you are not skilled enough, don't worry. Just put your hard work. Hard work can make you talented. Hard work can make you skilled person. Hard work will definitely make you a successful person. So be ready to put all your energy, efforts, keep on tapping different stones, and have patience. Success will never come in one day or 1 year. It takes time. And as a beginner, please remember one thing: do not get into all these marketing gimmicks and all. It won't give you big success. Marketing and all doesn't help. When a patient comes to a doctor, he has nothing to do with whether you have Mercedes or other things or big flat. What patient expect is how beautifully you can treat them, how you can relieve their pain, how you can give them good smile, and how you handle them. Now treating a patient is different thing, and handling overall patient in chair is other thing. So there are many things which people learn from our clinic. We have a small setup, 2-chair practice, but we can tell you 100 things within a period of 5 minutes if you drop down at my clinic anytime.
Understood,
Okay,
sir.
so be positive. Okay, and always remember that with your hard work, you can break down all the hurdles. Don't worry.
Thanks a lot, sir. That's a really good advice. So now we have this session towards the end, which is known as the quick fire 7. So I will ask you seven
Rapid fire
questions.
round.
Yes, sir. So I'll ask you seven
Okay,
questions. You can answer them in one word or one line, as short as possible.
okay, okay.
Let's begin, sir.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So what's your favorite food?
Favorite food: chicken, anytime.
Favorite movie?
Zindagi na milegi dobara.
Which is the one place you will want to visit again, which you have loved it?
Switzerland. Switzerland anytime.
Okay.
You know, just sorry to interrupt you here.
Sure, sir.
One of my friends, she's a diehard traveler. She's 64-year-old. She's been to 70 countries till date. She took me for this exhibition where there was a stall of Switzerland by Vacations Exotica. I was like, no, I don't have that much money. I was struggler that time, 10 years back. She said, no, no, just pay 1,000 and book the tour. Later on, if you have money, you can book the entire tour. Otherwise, leave it. You will lose only 1,000. So I paid 1,000 and booked the tour. And eventually, somehow, I got the money and I could travel Switzerland that time. And believe me, it is one of the beautiful countries. Till date, whatever countries I have visited, Switzerland by far is the best one.
Great. I will put that in my list that someday I want to visit it there.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you do on your weekends?
Most of the weekends, I am engaged with my courses. If not that, family. If not that, photography. If not that, I would love to watch some Hollywood movies.
Understood. So you're a wildlife photographer. What is your favorite
Yeah.
animal?
Tiger, anytime. Nothing can beat the beauty of tiger. There is no, you can say, the most, what you can say, it's a very royal animal. You will never find that royalty in any animal, not even in lion. Tiger is at different level only.
Okay. Sir, you are a dentist. If not a
Yeah.
dentist and you had a career option or you can change right now, what would you do?
Army, anytime. Again, once
Okay.
a soldier is a lifetime soldier. I was in NCC 2 years. I did NCC course, National Cadet course, because I had dream of joining this Indian Army, and I was preparing for that. But family pressure and all, they wanted me to go towards doctor line and all that. I could not pursue it. But even if today you ask me anytime, I would love to shift to Indian Army. Maybe as a dentist, I would love to serve Indian Army.
Understood. Thanks a lot for your time, sir. And you have been really inspirational. I'm sure a lot of students who are seeing this would be motivated by it. Thank you, sir,
Yeah.
for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If you like this video, please do not forget to share it with your friends who might get a different perspective of life. And if you liked this video, I'm sure you like the other two videos linked with them. I'm Dr. Satish. This is Kaizen Dental. Our aim here is to help you succeed.